If I did some snake to it, I'm cool with, or that my people in business with or doing business with or anything, you know what I'm saying? I'ma let no, you wrong, you bogus, don't do that. You can't do that. You know what I'm saying? I'll get into it with it over that. Like, so even doing some shit like that on my name, on my watch, like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, no. You don't do shit like that to people, you feel me? And he could have stopped it. He could have went and got it back. Or maybe he couldn't, who knows? Feel what I'm saying? But I was cool with folks, you feel me? We used to be talking, we used to be cool, you get what I'm saying? So I was expecting him to make that shit right so it won't be no extra shit behind it, you know what I'm saying?
Bamboo HR is the complete HR software, self-service employee records, payroll that is fast, accurate, and easy.
And he couldn't.
October 25th, 2025. Chicago's Little Village neighborhood, a place known for its vibrant culture, tight-knit families, and a dark, unshakable undercurrent of violence. That Saturday afternoon, what began as an ordinary day in the West Side community ended in chaos, blood, and disbelief. A familiar name in Chicago's drill scene was gunned down, a name tied to power, loyalty, and danger. THF Bayzoo. But behind the flashing lights and sirens, behind the crime scene tape and the dozens of shell casings, lies a story no one saw coming.
Out of Little Village, 3 men are in the hospital after a shooting. This happened around 3 this afternoon near 31st and St. Louis. Police say those victims were standing in a parking lot when a car drove up and someone inside started firing. One of the men was taken to the hospital in critical condition. The other 2 are expected to survive. So far, no one is in custody.
At around 3 p.m., witnesses say the air was still, the sound of traffic, the hum of a regular afternoon, nothing out of the ordinary. Then, without warning, gunfire erupted. A vehicle pulled up near a small parking lot on the 3100. Block of South St. Louis Avenue. No words, no warnings, just bullets tearing through the air, cutting through the calm. 3 men were hit. One of them, 35-year-old Devonshea Collier, known to millions as THF Bayzoo. Multiple shots struck his torso and abdomen. The shooter didn't linger. The vehicle sped away, disappearing into the grid of narrow Chicago streets like smoke in the wind. Police arrived within minutes. Sirens slicing through the air, shell casings littered the ground. Rifle rounds, handgun rounds, dozens of them. It wasn't random. Whoever came that day came prepared. Bayzoo was rushed to Mount Sinai Hospital. Doctors fought to stabilize him, but his injuries were too severe. Within hours, the news spread across social media like wildfire. THF Bayzoo, gone at 35 years old. A figure who has survived the streets, the rumors, the rivalries, only to be taken in the flash of gunfire on a quiet Saturday afternoon. The other two victims, men aged 39 and 42, survived, both in fair condition, but none will forget what they saw that day.
I wanted to just ask how much information we could get about the arrest that had you locked up for the 4 years where you did beat the body right after that. What actually happened that you could talk about in that whole scenario where they tried to charge you with that?
My case?
Yeah.
Man, look, man. Stuart Little's around us, man. That's all I can tell you, homie. Like, run around this trying to be Mickey Mouse and put him on against some shit. Like, bro, the case that I was fighting my murder on happened 4th of July 2008 or 9. Don't quote me because I don't remember, like, I done been through so much afterwards. I didn't get arrested for a murder charge in 2014, so you do the math.
5 years later, it's pretty unreal.
What conclusion you come with for that?
Right, so somebody told on you. At a later date.
Somebody lied on me at a later date.
Right.
By nightfall, detectives cordoned off the block. They marked every casing, every blood stain, every shattered piece of glass. Dozens of witnesses claimed to have heard the shots, but few saw the shooter. An unknown vehicle, that's all police could confirm. No suspects, no arrests, no motive. Was it a setup, a personal dispute, or something far more calculated? A message? Bayzoo's ties ran deep. He wasn't just another name from Chicago's South Side. He was THF, part of the Tay-Town Hustlers family, and a close associate of Lil Durk's Only the Family Collective, OTF. Those connections came with respect and enemies.
One thing about my block, bro, they do them, man. They don't be looking for that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? They don't inherit a lot of niggas. It'd be dick sucking niggas that just want to fuck with who they want to fuck with and just inherit niggas beefs. You know what I'm saying? My block don't be with all that shit, bro. That's why we be out the way for real, for real. But niggas know what's up, though. Like, these niggas can fly out on these cameras, do whatever they want to do, man. Like, niggas know what's up, bro. You know what I'm saying?
They said it happened on the west side, and if you know Chicago, you know the west side isn't safe ground for THF. THF TP was killed there. It's a part of the city where lines get blurred. Alliances one day, enemies the next. And if Bayzoo really was hit there, that says something. It means somebody felt bold enough to send a message. Then came the strange part. When Bayzoo's name hit the blogs, BVC members started posting a different name, Man Man. If you know, you know. Man Man was allegedly tied to the death of THF TP and the string of violent revenge hits that followed. So when his name popped up again, people started putting the pieces together. Was this all connected, or just another round in an endless cycle that no one can escape? For years, Bayzoo's name carried weight in the streets and in the studio. He was known for loyalty, for surviving where others fell, and for standing tall in a world where the wrong move could be your last. But even for those who live by the code, danger is never far away. On social media, tributes poured in. Friends, fans, and affiliates mourned the loss, not just of a rapper, but of a man who embodied the tension between fame and the streets. Yet beneath the condolences, whispers began. Who wanted Bayzoo gone? And why now? Police say the investigation is ongoing, but in Chicago, silence often speaks louder than truth. A parking lot in Little Village, dozens of casings, 3 men shot, 1 dead. The headlines call it another Chicago shooting. But for those who knew THF Bayzoo, this wasn't just another headline. It was the end of an era, and maybe the beginning of something even darker. Because in Chicago, when a name like Bayzoo falls, the streets don't stay quiet for long.
No eyewitness got on stand. But it's 5 people got on stand on me in trial. 5 people, and I still came home to inshallah, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I just feel like I'm blessed, man. I gotta just take advantage of that time, bro. Like, the most I could just tell you is, like, I feel like I'm just, they arrested this woman. Man, it's a story, man. I don't know if my baby mama want me to talk about that type of shit. Her baby daddy, that's all type of weird, man. Soap operas, man. Maybe another time I'll tend to talk about that situation with my case, man, because it's crazy how they summed it up and put everything together to get me off the streets, you know what I'm saying?
Alright, y'all, there y'all have it, man. That's the crazy story of THF Bayzoo. Hey, man, get in that comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Drillers and trappers, we outside.